Hi everyone, good
Hi everyone.
evening.
Hello. Hi.
It's nice to see you here. Welcome to the stream. Shall we do some
Yeah.
introductions, Hal, for the students that don't know
Yeah.
us?
Yeah, let's. Hey everyone. My name is Hal. I am 26. I'm from the southeast of England, the edge of London, on the outskirts of London. I'm in Bologna. I live in Bologna. I work with Sophia at Myers in Bologna. And yeah, it's lovely to be here.
Nice.
That's it.
I'm Sophia. I come from London, from the northwest of London. And I work with Hal. We work at Bologna Mille, where I have worked now for 1.5 years. But I have lived in Bologna for 4 years, almost five. And yeah, that's me. And we have a question for you
We
because we're
do.
talking about personalities today. So, our question for you is, what qualities are most important in a friend? Okay.
Mm.
So, use the comment box and tell us who you are. Tell us where you are watching us from, which city you are in, and tell us what qualities are most important for you in a friend. What about for you, Hal? What are some important qualities for you in a friend?
It's a nice question. I think someone has to be a good listener.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I'll write
There's
that
no,
in the comments.
I don't know if there's an adjective. There's not really, is there? Just someone who is good
Um,
at listening.
no, I
Um,
think we would say a good listener.
yeah,
Yeah.
a good listener
Hmm.
is how we would describe it. That and also I don't know. Trustworthy, I guess, is quite important.
Yeah, that's a nice one. I'll put as well. Trustworthy. Yeah, absolutely. Someone who's trustworthy. I would
Yeah.
say.
How about you? How
Um,
about you?
all right, we've got a comment. Hi, Alessia from
Hi,
Naples. Nice to
Alessia.
see you. Welcome.
Hey, welcome.
Tell us, Alessia, what qualities are important for you in a friend? I would
Yeah,
say somebody, again, yeah, a good listener and trustworthy is important.
uh-huh.
Reliability, Alessia says, that's really nice.
Nice. Yeah,
Reliability, you want somebody that you can depend on when you need them. I
yeah,
agree. Um,
definitely.
Valeria is here as well.
Hey,
Hi,
hey,
Valeria.
Valeria. Hi.
Nice, good to see you. Thank you. Vincenzo is here. Hi,
Hey,
Vincenzo. It's
Vincenzo.
really good to see
Hi.
you. Welcome. Sole is here again. Hi,
Oh,
Sole. Nice to see you. I
hey,
don't like hypocrites. Stop.
that's all.
That's all. Love it.
Good.
Yeah,
Me
absolutely.
neither. Yeah.
I think somebody who is fun is important in a friend. Somebody who is fun and has a good sense of humor is important.
Yes.
For me, with my friends, I need to be able to laugh and to make
Yeah.
jokes. And
Yeah.
I think for me, it's very important that my friends have the same sense of humor that I have. So,
Right.
very ironic, very sarcastic, sometimes a bit dark,
Hmm.
you know, sometimes a little bit inappropriate.
Yeah.
Rosa from Rome, nice to
Hey,
see you.
Rosa.
Welcome.
Hi,
Uh,
everyone. Oh,
Vincenzo
nice.
says reliable and a free spirit. Nice, Vincenzo. That's really good. So you don't want anybody who's too rigid or
Yeah.
closed-minded. You want
Yeah.
someone
Yeah.
who's free. And
Yeah.
Alessia,
Open-minded, I would say as well.
yeah, someone who's open-minded. Honesty and transparency. That's good.
Nice.
Um, I'll put
Hey,
also open-minded as
cool.
another
And
adjective.
Paolo has sensitive.
Hi, Paolo. Nice to see you. Someone who's sensitive. Yeah. So somebody who is emotional, shows their emotions.
Right. Right.
Helen says, I'm Gemini and I get bored easily. Lol. I love the sense of humor.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
And
Yes.
Valeria Quadrati says, he or she should be loyal and honest. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
What else? for you, Hal, for a friend?
I think we've said some good ones. Open-minded, I like.
Um, do you think it's necessary do you think it's necessary to talk to your friends every day, Hal? Do you speak to your friends every day?
At the moment, yes.
Yeah, yeah, you have the time.
Yeah, but in general, no, not at all. I tend
Yeah.
to, you know what? I write long emails to people.
You're a writer. That's your
Well,
writer.
but they write long emails to me as well. I'm not very good at keeping in contact, like on like WhatsApp or whatever. I'm quite bad at that. Yeah, I'm not sure. And I think actually that's the point, isn't it? If I don't like it when someone thinks that it's like essential that you speak to a friend every so often. I mean, I try and be reliable, but I'm quite relaxed about it, to be honest.
I've put this
How about you?
question, I've put this question up for everybody watching at home as well. Do you speak to your friends every day, and is it necessary? I mean, many friends that I know will talk to each other every day about little
Right.
details, very
Yeah,
little
yeah,
details. So, what did they eat for lunch? Conversations that they had with their colleagues, with their other friends, discussions with their boyfriend or girlfriend. And I mean, for me, this is not necessary. I speak to, I mean, you know as well, with our friends at home, it's difficult to keep in touch when
yeah,
they're in a
yeah.
different country. So sometimes with my friends, we don't speak for months.
Hmm.
But when we speak again, it's like I saw them yesterday, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah, yeah. Exactly. I think
So,
that's similar to my approach. I like that.
yeah.
Sonny says every day sending memes and twice a week calling. Cool.
That's like my relationship with my family. Everyday memes and we call once or twice a week. And Vincenzo says, it's not
Yeah,
important. It's not important. Remember your subject, Vincenzo. It's
not important.
not important how much time, because it's uncountable, how much time. And you could also say, connected to this, that the distance also is not
Yeah,
important, but the quality
yeah,
of the relationship. Yeah, I
yeah.
absolutely agree.
I
Time and
love that.
distance. Yeah, time and distance are not important. It's the quality, the strength of the relationship.
Right, right.
Nice. Good job, guys. Shall we
Thank
look at
you.
our focus?
Yes, let's do
Yeah,
it.
let's do it. Okay. So we will talk about personalities.
Hmm.
Do you want to read what we will do today?
Sure. Personality types, describing people, and compound adjectives.
Yes, so I hope you all remember some compound adjectives. Let's see what Valeria says before we continue. I agree
Hmm.
with Vincenzo. I text with my best friends more or less once a week. Apart from this period, I talk and video chat with them more. Yes. And in fact, you said as well, Hal, that you
Yeah,
talk more with your friends in this period. And I think it's a really nice, it's one of the positive parts of
yeah,
this situation, that you have just so much more contact with your friends. Like with my family, we talk more often. With my
yeah,
old friends from the UK, we talk every day, whereas in the
yeah,
past,
yeah,
we
yeah.
talk sometimes not for months.
Yeah. People
Same for you.
I haven't spoken to in like years have been in touch in different ways.
Yeah.
It's really nice. Yeah.
Have people also been contacting you to see if you are safe, if
Yeah,
things
yeah,
are
yeah,
okay?
exactly, exactly.
Yeah, same
It's a
for
silver
me.
lining, as we say, is
Absolutely.
new kind of contact with people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's more human contact,
yeah.
which is strange that we had to stay closed up in our houses to have more contact with people somehow,
Right.
but the irony of the situation. So we will do a little personality quiz. So I hope you
Ooh,
all have a pen and a piece of paper. I need to see if I have
I've got
some paper. I don't know if I have a pen. Oh no, I'm making a mess.
if you want, I could keep a track of yours if you tell me
Could,
your answers.
yeah,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think I have a pen. So, okay, everyone else
Okay.
get a piece of paper and a pen. Um, and Hal
There are
will be my secretary. So, we will do a personality quiz.
Woo.
We will read some questions and some answers, and you will write down the letter for your best answer. Okay? So, I'll read the first one. When do you feel your best? A, in the morning, B, during the afternoon, C, late at night.
Okay.
For me, Hal, it's A by the way.
Me
And for
too.
you?
Me too,
A.
in the morning.
All right. I hope
Yeah.
everyone at home, you've got your pen and paper and you are writing your letter. Okay, do you want to read this one?
Yeah. How easily are you offended? A, very easily. I have a short temper. B, occasionally. And C, never. I'm totally chilled out, man.
I like the
Um,
accent that you used.
yeah, a little.
I pretend that I'm C, but I'm totally A.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. That's
I'm
honesty.
yeah, I pretend to be chilled and relaxed and laid back, but I'm really not. What
This
about
is
you,
where,
Hal?
well, maybe I'm pretending as well, and I'm being less honest. No, I think I'm actually more C than like I offended. I don't often. Sometimes it's bad because it means I just don't really pay attention to stuff. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I don't even notice that something is annoying. But I think C. Solly, don't be afraid of this test. Um, it's a bit of psychological probing, but
Yeah.
fine.
So let me just right to have a. I'm trying to write this up as well. To have a short temper,
Yeah,
get
short temper,
angry quickly. I'll write this
quickly,
up as
easily.
well, just in case we don't know this one.
Right.
Okay, let's go on to our next question.
Okay.
I'll read this one. When talking to people, you stand with your arms folded,
Mhm.
your legs neatly bent side by side, or you
Yeah.
play with your ear, touch your chin, smooth your hair. What do you do when talking to people?
Is
Um,
what do you think is B when you're sitting down and your legs are bent like on a
I
chair? Or do you
don't know.
because by bent we mean like this, right? Like not straight.
Yeah, bent.
But when you're
Right.
talking to people, your legs are neatly bent. I
Yeah.
guess you're just standing in a relaxed way, right?
Yeah,
Anyway.
I think I'll probably, but I feel like I fidget a lot. So maybe
Mm,
this is a new word for people. I'll write this down as well. It's a verb, to
good
fidget.
work.
So to fidget is when you're constantly playing with your hands. You're touching your hair, you're touching your
Feeling,
glasses,
right,
face. Well, you shouldn't touch your face. You're playing with your clothes. Like when you're constantly moving, it's a sign of being anxious or being uncomfortable. But
right.
I think I fidget a lot, so I will say C for
C,
this
C,
one. Yeah,
okay. And
and
me
for you,
too.
yeah,
C,
you're a bit of a fidgeter as well.
yeah. I touch my ear like this. I don't know
Yeah,
why.
I'm always touching my hair, especially when I have the camera and I can see myself. I'm always thinking, why is
This.
it there? Um, okay, Hal, it's your turn.
Yeah. Number 4. When relaxing, you A, sit with your legs crossed. B, have your hands on your hips. Or C, sit with one leg curled under you. Hmm.
Um, I would say probably C.
Yeah.
I guess
With
it
one
depends
leg.
on where I am. If I'm on the sofa, C.
Yeah, relaxing on the sofa.
Yeah, I'll say
I
C.
I'm gonna go with uh B actually.
Yeah,
I quite like putting my hands on my hip
you do this a lot.
like
Okay.
this. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
B.
maybe I should write as well. Hips is the part of your body between your stomach and your
Mhm.
legs. Let's say it's the
Exactly.
wide part of your body.
So if you put
Um,
your hands on them, I can't. Okay.
yes, sides.
Okay.
There you go. Hands on hips.
Hands on it.
Sides of body between stomach and legs. Think about Shakira. Shakira said, "Hips don't lie." I think we can all appreciate that now. Is it my turn?
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, so when something really amuses you, so when something makes you entertained, you react with a frown, like this. Show us a frown, Hal.
Mm,
A frown. You try and hide your amusement. A quiet, gentle chuckle. Are you ready for a quiet, gentle chuckle, Hal? 3, 2, 1. An understated yet charismatic smile.
Okay, so
Okay, I think we've got some vocabulary here. So
yeah, first of all,
let's rate our vocabulary to amuse and amusement.
mhm,
And a chuckle,
a
which
chuckle.
is a quiet laugh, I will say.
Yeah,
Okay, so
I would say
it's not a big laugh; it's a small laugh.
a small laugh, exactly. Understated,
Understated,
which
yeah.
means like not exaggerated. No, like the opposite of to exaggerate. If you understate
Yeah,
something, you make it seem less than it is.
exactly.
Um, so
I'll
an
go for
understated smile.
yeah. I'll go for B on this one.
Yeah, I think this one is so strange because if someone amuses me, if someone really amuses me, I laugh. I
Yeah,
laugh
exactly. Like
out loud.
it feels like there's an option missing. You know, a
Yeah,
very
yeah, yeah.
obvious option is missing here.
Yeah,
Uh,
but anyway,
By the way, if we're trying to do the vocabulary, but if there are any other questions any other words that you don't know or something that we didn't explain too well, just let us know and we'll clarify. Your turn, Hal.
yes. Number 6, you're working really hard and are interrupted. Do you A, feel extremely irritated, B, remain impartial to the interruption, or C, welcome the break?
We might have to talk about remain impartial. So
Yeah.
help me out here. Is this to be like you don't care that much?
Yeah, to be impartial is, I guess, not usually it means sort of not to have a strong view or opinion, but in
Not
this context,
disturbed.
it means to remain cool, to not care, yeah,
Yeah.
to not
Okay.
be disturbed, yeah.
I would say B. I'm pretty chill in that. Like, I'd say B for this one.
And I'm gonna say C because I'm lazy. So that's
You don't like working. You'd
it,
welcome the
it,
break.
it depends on the interruption, but if it's someone in person, face to
Yeah.
face, then I usually welcome it. Yeah.
All right. And then final one. This one's a bit weird. How do you
I
like
love
the
this one.
waves of the sea? Ferocious, fast, and powerful waves, enough to sail a boat, so enough to move a boat, but not to drown, so not to go under. No waves, a calm and tranquil open sea. Um, I'd say no waves.
Yeah, me too. C, definitely.
Yeah. So the
Um,
drown.
ferocious. Maybe we should
Yeah.
ferocious, like wild, out of control. We usually talk about like ferocious animals, right? Like a
Exactly.
ferocious tiger
I
or
would
a
say
ferocious lion.
ferocious is fierce.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah.
Okay, so let's count up our total
Got yours.
and tell us in the comments what is your majority? What letters did you mostly get? I think I must have mostly gotten C, right, Hal?
Yes, yes. You
Mo-
got 3 C's, 2 A's, and 2 B's.
Okay, so I'm quite balanced. What did you get, Hal?
I got 4 C's, 2 B's, and 1 A.
All right, nice. Let us know in the comments what is your majority. So they got
Mm,
mostly C's. Valeria got mostly C's. Um,
nice.
let us know as well what was your answer. What was your majority? Let's see. If you are mostly, Alessia says even A's and
Okay.
B's. Interesting. And Sole says 5C, 1A, 1B.
A, 1 B.
Let's read
Okay,
about the
good.
A's then. Do you want to read
Yeah,
how about the A's?
sure. Great. Mostly A's. You are a strong willed, brave, confident, and courageous person. You're not scared by a daunting task and you approach life with determination and commitment. Be careful though. Your iron mind can sometimes intimidate people who sometimes think that you are big headed and bad tempered. Wow.
Nice. Okay, so a strong, brave, and courageous person with an iron mind. Nice. Okay.
Mhm.
If you got
Um,
mostly, do you go on?
I was just going to say, this is Vincenzo. You got 4 A's. This is
Yeah.
mostly
So this is
Vincenzo.
mostly Vincenzo and
Yeah,
possibly also Alessia, who got
Alessia.
even A's and B's.
Right.
Okay.
There you
Let's
go.
have
Yeah.
a look at our, if you got mostly B's.
Hmm.
You are level-headed, logical, and rational individual. You never do things to extremes and always follow the middle path. So not one extreme or the other, the middle. People appreciate you for the advice you offer them and respect your balanced views. You have a high standard of social etiquette and are a naturally warm-hearted and kind person. Nice, but unfortunately, we have no logical, level headed, and warm hearted people today. We've only got extremes, apparently. So let's look at our C's, which is the majority. Do you want to read it, Hal?
Yeah, sure. We are,
We are,
we
everyone.
are, we are charming, charismatic, and easygoing. People are drawn to you by your chilled out attitude to life and your laid back and happy go luck approach to things. Although your nonchalant attitude can sometimes be misinterpreted as carelessness and laziness, people are still attracted to your calm and tranquil aura. Hmm.
That's, yeah, I think that's quite accurate, even though I got quite a balance.
But
Um,
you see yourself in this a bit, maybe.
I saw myself more in B, to be honest, the
Oh,
logical,
okay.
level-headed one, but this is a
Okay.
nice one. Um,
Oh.
Sonny's not sure. She's going,
Hmm.
hmm. Uh, let us know in the comments what you think. Did this
Yeah.
quiz, was it on the mark? Did it get it right? Or are you thinking, are you a bit skeptical?
Hmm.
Let us know in the comments if you think this, it, what's the word? That it
It
expressed,
encapsulates you. It fits you. It
yeah,
expresses you.
expressed you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And in the meantime, let's talk about different personalities. So we will see some jobs on the screen. Do you want to read them, Hal?
Sure. We have president, police officer, musician, doctor, teacher, and then your own job. So jobs that you guys do.
So let's look at what kind of qualities, what kinds of personality are necessary for these kinds of jobs. Okay, what
Mm.
qualities do we need in these kinds of jobs?
Hmm.
Could start with president. For a president, I would say you have to be, well, you need to be a leader. You need to have leadership.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
Ideally.
ideally, yeah.
Um,
Valeria says, think I'm a mixture between B and
okay.
C. Nice. And Sola says, I'm not sure about all that calm that I can have. Yeah, this was the part that confused me as well. I don't think I'm very calm. Um, so for a president, yeah. But do you know what it would be really nice to see in a president?
Tell me. Yeah.
A little bit of modesty. I think that would
Modesty.
be really
Yeah.
nice to see in a president. So
Yeah.
somebody who says, I'm a human being,
Yeah.
I'm doing
Yeah.
the best I can, that kind of thing.
Humility as well. Modesty and
Yeah,
humility.
exactly. I'll put
You
that
know,
as well up.
I'm a,
Humility.
I'm a servant of the people, right? I'm here to work for you guys.
Yeah,
That would be nice.
exactly.
Wouldn't that be
Um,
lovely?
Sola says charm. So
Charm.
do you mean that presidents require charm?
I guess so.
Yeah, and
Yeah,
charisma.
charisma. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so. Do you know which president has charm and charisma?
Who?
Trudeau. He has charm
He
and
he
charisma.
does. He does. It's
Like,
true. He has
and
buckets of charm and charisma.
of
Yeah.
course, Obama had charm and charisma.
He had a lot of charm and charisma.
He
This is
still
true.
does.
Yeah.
I miss
Yeah.
the Obamas. Like, I genuinely miss the
Yeah.
Obamas.
Yeah.
I'm allowed to
Remember.
say that, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I think you definitely are. Remember those days? Wow.
Yeah.
Um, yeah,
Reliable,
reliable.
hardworking, and charisma. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. For a
I would
president.
also, oh, guys, be careful with charisma, the spelling, CH.
Yes.
And I was going to add level headed, or at least rational at the
For
minimum,
president, yeah,
at the bare minimum.
absolutely.
Rational would be wonderful.
What about police
Um,
officer?
my mum was actually a police officer for
Oh, wow,
how
that's really
yeah.
interesting.
Police
So
officer.
again, for a police officer, I would say level-headedness
Yeah,
is
for sure,
absolutely necessary.
sure. And how would we say it? Like calm under pressure. Calm
Yeah,
under pressure.
absolutely. I'll put able to
Yeah,
keep calm under pressure.
yeah.
Something that I think is also very important for a doctor, for example.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. And I think also, and again, for a doctor, empathetic or kind of
Yeah, empathy.
able to understand and, work with other people.
Yeah, but I think
Um,
that's also important for a police officer. I think a police officer needs to have this kind of empathy, this
mm,
humanity,
yeah,
which is
yeah,
important.
yeah, I agree. Mm.
Yeah. Let us know as well in the comments for different kinds of jobs, what qualities, what personality types. Alessia
Ooh,
says for a police officer, I'd say self-assured. Yeah, so kind of like confident and rational. I
yeah,
agree. Yeah.
nice. Yeah.
Um, I'll leave it up actually. What um, what about for a
Musician,
musician? Yeah. Well, I mean, creativity, I think, is absolutely necessary.
100%.
Yeah.
Um,
Polite
polite
and
and authoritative
authoritative. That's a really good word, Vincenzo. Nice for a police officer.
for a police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
think
polite.
politeness definitely is good. I mean, you're a servant of the people, you're there to help people first of all. So being
Amen.
polite, yeah.
Yeah. Musician, I guess creative. I guess also from to use Alessia's word, they need to be self-assured or self.
Mm,
Yeah,
maybe
to have
self-confident.
self-confident to a degree because you have to believe in what you're doing. No.
Yeah. Oh,
Um,
Sally's got
nice.
creativity and modesty for a musician. Yeah, it's true. I mean, a lot of musicians kind of like are very overconfident, but
Mm.
I think you need to match your confidence with your talent. There
Right.
has to be equilibrium there.
This is true.
Yeah,
Self-belief, a bit of self-belief, but nothing too egocentric. Yeah,
exactly. Not
yeah,
egocentric.
yeah.
Yeah. And let us know also for your own job. What is your
Yeah.
job and what qualities are necessary to do your job well? I know that we've got some students. I know for a fact we have a dentist watching. Um, who else do I know? I think that's it. Um,
Yeah, what do
let us
dentists
know.
need? Tell us.
Yeah, what do you need to do your job well? What about for a teacher? What about for
Hmm.
our job, Hal?
Job. I think
Definitely empathy
yes.
and
Patience,
absolute patience. Oh my goodness, yes. We have to be very, very patient. Um,
empathy.
what you said
Um,
at the beginning, a good listener, I think
yeah,
is absolutely vital, but probably patient is the most important one,
yeah.
I
If you're
reckon.
in, if you're
Yeah.
in, if you're impatient, you can't really do
You can't
anything.
be a good teacher if you're impatient. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Um, so a good listener and patient. I think creativity is also necessary.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Um,
let's encompass it: empathy, patient, and intelligence. Yeah, I mean, you need to know what you're talking about to some
this is
degree.
true. This is
Yeah.
true. Um,
Tell us about your own jobs as well. We're curious to know what your jobs are and what qualities make you good for this
yeah.
job.
Teaching, I think, is interesting because if you know a job quite well, then I think there are lots of different ways to be a good teacher. So maybe there aren't that many things that are essential. But patience definitely,
Yeah.
and empathy. Yeah, yeah. Um,
So I'll put this question up. Um, all right, good. Shall we go on in the meantime?
yeah, but yeah, you guys write while we look at the.
The next slide.
Oh,
Okay, we're going on to compound adjectives. So
mhm.
Valeria also says, for teacher, passion for the subject. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true.
Yeah.
I think so. I have to say that when I first became an English teacher, I wasn't particularly passionate about the English language, but the more I learned about it, the more passionate I became. Did you find that, Hal?
Yeah, I think you're right. I don't know about you, but at school in the UK, we didn't really learn anything, no?
No, it's
Uh,
very sorry. I'm laughing because of Sola's comment. I don't have any jobs, or in my case, you better have a lot of free time.
it's an important quality. Or you better, no, Solly, I hope you just know how to enjoy that free time. Because
Exactly.
that's the best thing to do if you're looking for work.
Yeah, we need some creativity as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely.
Perfect.
Sorry, so Hal, go on. So yeah, in
I
school
was
we don't really do
we
grammar.
exactly. So it's kind of unknown.
Yeah,
But I agree. As you get into it more, you find an interest in it for sure.
absolutely. All right, guys. Well, let's look at some compound adjectives. Okay, we have on the left some compound adjectives. We've got easygoing, tight-fisted, big-headed, well-behaved, self-assured, and bad-tempered.
Hmm.
Let me just bring up Alessia's response. For me as a lawyer, intuitive, that's a
Ooh,
word. Intuitive,
nice.
well-behaved, and hopefully charismatic, but modest at the same time. Nice,
Cool.
Alessia. It's a really
Yeah.
good. And also, I remember you saying that you got mostly A's and B's on your personality test, which
So
it fits.
determined and driven as well. It fits. Yeah. Yeah.
Absolutely, it fits with the lawyer, with the career choice.
I think
Someone go on.
intuitive also for teachers a bit. You know, like kind of being able to understand maybe what a problem is as it arises, like before, without having to think about it too much. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. Sort of
Um,
being able to have a feel for situations.
yeah. 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 Your intuition. Exactly.
Absolutely, I agree. That's a nice answer, Alessio. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Do you want to read the definitions, Hal?
Yeah, sure. On the right, we have easily annoyed or angered, someone who behaves correctly, arrogant, relaxed, unwilling to spend money, and someone confident in their own abilities.
Nice. So we've got our compound adjectives on the left, our definitions on the right. Let's match up the adjective and the definition. In the comments, let us know which one you think matches which. Um, who's the most easygoing person you know, Hal, in the meantime?
Good question.
Alessia's
Probably.
laughing. She's saying how, yeah, the test result described me very well. Yeah.
Well,
So someone
great.
who is very determined, but also very logical, I imagined. For a lawyer,
Nice.
it's perfect. Sola says
Oh,
easy,
yeah.
relaxed, maybe. Yeah, I agree. Easygoing is relaxed.
Hmm.
Some of my colleagues are very easygoing at the school. I can think of two or three in particular who are very easygoing. They just, any problem that comes up, any problem they face, they just accept it, deal with it. They're never angry, they're never stressed, they're never anxious, they're just always relaxed.
Right.
Uh, yeah.
Yeah.
What about you, Hal?
I'm thinking of a friend called Rosa from Manchester,
Hmm.
who again is always very chill. We say she takes life as it comes, or takes things as they come.
Yeah,
Easygoing.
get out.
Um,
Oh,
she takes things as they come, so she doesn't plan too much or think too rigidly about her life. She's very relaxed.
yeah.
Um,
And in fact, this is the definition also of happy, go,
yeah,
lucky. This is a wonderful
so
adjective.
good. It's so
It's
good.
it's a triple compound adjective.
Yeah,
Happy-go-lucky. So
happy.
if you're a happy-go-lucky person, it's the same as taking life or taking things as they come. You don't stress about the future, you don't panic. When a problem comes, you face it, you deal with it. But otherwise, you just continue.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
magic.
I think it's a very good quality to have. Let's
100%.
talk about tight-fisted. Let's show our fist. Our fist is when you take your hand and you close it very tight like this. It's a body part that disappears when you stop. Okay, now there's no fist, now there is a fist.
Yeah,
So if you're tight-fisted, you're someone who has their hand always closed.
great.
Exactly, Vincenzo, very nice. Unwilling to spend money if you're tight-fisted.
Is it because the idea is the money is in there and you won't
Exactly,
give it?
yeah,
Okay,
and you
yeah.
won't open your hand.
And
You
then
keep.
give the money.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice. I like it when compound adjectives, like the image is
Mm,
kind of
mm.
illustrates what it is. It's tight
Yeah, yeah.
fist. Money key stays in your fist. Let's talk about big-headed. Someone has a very, very big head. Alessia has it. Big-headed, arrogant. Who is the
Exactly.
most big-headed person that you know?
Can
I
I
don't
say that one? I don't know anyone. I can think
I
of
don't
some
pers-
celebrities.
I can think of some politicians, uh,
Yeah.
but I don't know anyone who's big-headed.
I mean, I know some people who are big-headed, but I love them too. So, um, yeah, it's not the best quality, but some people can be big-headed in a kind of silly way. When it's not too annoying. They're just
I guess, yeah,
yeah,
but maybe they're doing it ironically as well.
yeah, 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 yeah. Exactly, exactly.
But big-headed is definitely not a good quality for a politician or
No,
a doctor or
no.
a
Or a
politician.
teacher.
Yeah, I think anybody or a teacher. Yeah, it's true.
Yeah,
You've had big-headed teachers. And they are very intelligent, but they don't have any empathy.
yeah,
Big-headed
yeah.
teachers.
Disasters.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, well-behaved, I think. Do we have an answer for well-behaved?
Well behaved.
Yeah. Were you well-behaved in school, Hal?
I was at school. I was terrible at home when I
Oh,
was a kid. Does that make sense? I was really well behaved at school, and at home I was a
all
demon.
right.
I was a nightmare. How
Good.
about
So,
you?
okay. Oh, I was an absolute angel at school.
Oh,
I was the teacher's favorite. I
the
was
teacher's pet.
I wasn't a teacher's pet because I wasn't the one who was always, attached to the
Yeah,
teacher,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay.
teacher's pet, but I was their favorite because I did my
You're,
homework, I did my studying, I
yeah,
never
yeah.
was loud in class. I was
The
absolutely
one
well.
that the one the teacher's pet wants to be, but
Maybe,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
Because the
maybe.
teacher's pet is trying too hard. Yeah, yeah.
What about self-assured? What do you think this means? Sola says, Sophie, I had your mood. You mean in school? So very well behaved, but not interested in being a teacher's pet.
It's a good place to be in a classroom.
And
Self-assured.
yeah, Alessia's got it. Someone confident in their own abilities. Nice job. And that means that the final one, bad-tempered, easily annoyed or angered.
Yeah.
Are you bad-tempered in the morning, Hal?
No, not in the morning.
No?
In later in the day I can be, but I'm quite good in the mornings.
Okay, yeah, because usually
I,
the typical thing is you're bad-tempered in the morning, but
right. Yeah. I don't think I'm that bad-tempered in general. I'm not hot-headed is another way of saying it, right?
yeah, that's a good one. I'll put that up as well. Hot-headed, someone who gets angry easily. Yeah. Okay, let's go on. So, I want you to. It says here, think of famous people that could be described by these compound adjectives, but you can think about people in your own lives as well, family members, friends. Let us know in the comments who do you think of who matches these different compound adjectives.
Yeah, because how do we know if a celebrity is truly well-behaved? Maybe we don't know.
I
It's
think
a
you just have
mystery.
to go on
Yeah,
the persona that they show us.
yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
So, but it can, as I said, it can also be friends, family
Come on,
members. Maybe
Yeah.
it's yourself. Maybe you fit one of these compound adjectives. So yeah, let us know in the comments if you can think of anyone. Who
Tight-fisted, Sophia. Who do you think of as a
tight-fisted?
tight-fisted? Yeah.
Oh my goodness. I mean, I guess some leaders can be tight-fisted. You know, they won't give money
Ah,
to education or healthcare.
right,
Um,
right, right. Yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
think I know personally anyone who's tight-fisted. Sally says, as an easygoing famous person, as an easygoing famous person, I think you mean
Person.
person. I think about Amelia Clark. Yeah, she
Ah,
seems quite easygoing.
nice.
Article, Sole, easy is a vowel, so we'll use an easygoing famous person.
Right.
Yeah. Trying to think of some others. Self-assured, like quite a few celebrities are quite
Oh, yeah,
um,
yeah. I guess that's the whole business.
yeah, like a lot of actors are very self-assured, you know, they
Yeah,
know that they're good.
yeah.
Some of them are also modest about it.
I was just thinking big-headed for me is like what's his name?
I feel
Tom
like they're
Hiddleston. Can't stand him.
middle. Oh,
Tom
really?
Hiddleston, yeah. He's so
Okay,
big-headed. He's
maybe.
very
I think
smug.
of Leonardo DiCaprio as being big-headed.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he has so much money and he lives a very extravagant lifestyle.
yeah,
Which is weird considering that he's like the head of
yeah.
he's the
What
head
is it like?
of environmental movement, and yet like he
Yeah,
owns
yeah,
a
yeah,
yacht.
yeah, yeah,
Like they don't really
yeah,
go together, you know.
yeah.
Anyway, let us know in the comments if you can think of any people who can be described by these, and let's practice. So we have some sentences, and we've
Mhm.
got on the left some compound adjectives. Do you want to read them, Hal?
Yes. Thick-skinned, narrow-minded, strong-willed, warm-hearted, and two-faced.
Very nice. So we've got our sentences on the right. Let's try and complete the sentences using the compound adjectives that we can see on the left. Let's do some vocabulary. We have thick, which is the opposite of thin. So think of like a layer, a thin layer or a thick layer. Skin is this here.
This.
Okay. Um, Sola says,
Yeah,
big-headed, I think of Paris Hilton,
yeah,
but I love her the same. Fair
yeah.
enough.
That's a good example of big-headed in a kind of silly
Yeah,
way. Yeah, yeah.
she's quite arrogant, but
But
I
she
don't think
gets
she's
away with
very.
it.
Yeah, because also I don't know if she's intelligent. So
No, yeah, yeah. Um,
narrow-minded.
narrow-minded.
Narrow is we can use narrow to describe maybe a street or a river. It's something that's not. It's the opposite of wide. I'll write this down as well. So narrow is the opposite of wide. Alessia says, this is nice. Easygoing makes me think of Will Smith, though I've never met him personally. Yeah, I feel like Will Smith would be a really easygoing guy. Like you just
Absolutely.
want to hang out with him and chat, you know.
Yeah.
All right, let's look at our sentences. What do we think for number one? I don't trust her. She is what could this be? Any more vocabulary here that we should look at? What do you think, Hal?
I think the rest here is probably all okay.
Yeah,
I'm looking at number 4. Lewis isn't affected by negative criticism, only
yeah.
because affected here with an A, because we don't
We
like
don't
I
say.
make this mistake all the time. We don't spell it with an E when it's a
Oh,
verb
yeah,
as it is
absolutely.
being used here, right? But that's a really common mistake. I make that
Yeah,
mistake
I'll
all
write that
the
up in
time.
a second. I'll just bring
Yeah,
up Sole's
exactly.
answer to face for one. Sorry, Hal, what did you say?
No, that was all. Just affected in
Okay.
number 4. I think the rest is fine.
So yeah, affect is the noun and to affect is the verb.
Right. Which means it isn't changed by negative, isn't altered, right?
Yeah, isn't influenced. Yeah.
Because, yeah, number two, guys, a good
Doctor
doctor.
should be caring and what do we think? Sully says strong-willed. Yeah, it could be, though I don't think it is that one. I think it's actually warm-hearted.
Warm-hearted.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Though I'm not sure if I agree.
Really? Go on. Yeah,
Yeah, that a
interesting.
doctor should be caring and warm-hearted. I mean, yeah, I think that a doctor should have empathy, but in the end, they need to be impartial. That word
Yeah,
again. Was it with you
yeah.
before that we did
Yeah, yeah,
impartial?
yeah. Impartial.
Um,
Yeah.
like a doctor can't care too much about
Yeah.
the patients. He needs to have he can't get
Yeah,
too emotionally involved. So I'm
exactly.
I agree that a good doctor needs to be warm-hearted. I
Yeah.
mean, I
Caring, yes, I think, because caring, for me,
yes,
caring means you care about what's in front of you. But
exactly.
warm-hearted, I think you're right, suggests you are almost like very open to being emotionally involved.
Yeah, but
And
for a doctor, I think it's not.
yeah,
It's more important to be level-headed than
yeah,
warm-hearted.
yeah,
I think a
yeah,
doctor should work more with the brain than with the
yeah.
heart.
What? You're
Yeah.
right.
My manager never listens to me. He is very, yeah, so Alessia says number two, warm-hearted. And I think Sole, your answer goes better in number three. Very, oh no, narrow-minded maybe.
For
Oh
the
yeah,
manager, yeah.
strong-willed. But yeah, narrow-minded. You guys are right. Well done, Sole, and well done, Vincenzo. So narrow-minded, the opposite of open-minded.
So you don't take other people's suggestions, right?
Yeah,
If you're,
exactly.
yeah, yeah.
Let's look at four. Lewis isn't affected by negative criticism. He is. He is what? I'm looking at the other ones as well. Let's talk about will while we're
Mm,
here as well.
yeah,
Because we know will as a modal verb, which we use in the future, but in this case, will it's a noun, and we're talking
yeah.
about your desire, maybe
Mhm.
your
Yeah.
uh, how else could you describe will? Your
Like your desire, your yeah, like your the force, inner force to do something. Yeah, your
um,
impulse.
Sarah says thick-skinned for four. I think she is
Right.
absolutely right.
Be careful, Sole, with the. Make sure when you write them, you put the hyphen.
Yes,
Thick
the hyphen is
skin.
necessary. And then we've got finally Amy's determination inspires me. She is so strong-willed. So somebody with a
Exactly.
strong desire, strong impulse.
Yeah. Also, like a drive, like it pushes
Yeah,
you. Yeah.
absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. All right, nice job, guys. Don't forget that you can always ask us questions if any of this is unclear, and we will clarify for you as best we can.
Mhm.
Um, okay, I think for this last part, we could maybe just talk about. I'll leave this slide up. Maybe we can just
Mhm.
talk about somebody in our families, maybe a friend of
Yeah.
ours, and try to describe them using compound adjectives. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. Great. My sister
Okay.
is quite. My sister is thick-skinned because she doesn't often feel upset or emotional about things very easily, right?
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, I'd say so. But I think sometimes she can also be a bit narrow-minded. Sorry
Really? All
if you're
right.
listening, maybe she's not listening, but yeah,
She might find
um,
this video later on YouTube.
yeah,
Alicia has a question. What is the opposite of warm-hearted? Is there any compound adjective? I don't know. Icy-hearted or similar?
cold-hearted.
Oh yeah, you're right. Cold-hearted. Thank you. I
Yeah,
can't believe I didn't
yeah,
think of
yeah. Not icy-hearted, but cold-hearted, or just
Yeah,
cold. You can also call people warm or cold, and it
yeah,
means
it's true. But cold-hearted would be the opposite. Thanks for that, Hal. I had a momentary brain block.
It happens, doesn't it? I know what you mean.
Okay, so your sister possibly narrow-minded, but also
Mm.
thick-skinned.
Yeah, what a combination.
I know. Oh, it's a good. It could be a good combination. You know, when you're very determined to do something.
Yeah.
You're welcome, Alessia.
You're welcome.
All right, guys. Thank you very much. I think, unfortunately, that's the end of our stream today. So thank you. You can keep practicing in the comments. Tell us about your family members or friends. Tell us about their positive and negative aspects. Remember that on Facebook, we've got the MyAss SOS group. If you have any questions or if you feel like answering somebody's questions on English grammar, you have some time to spare, you can browse on that group. Thank you very much, guys, and we will see you next time. Bye. Have a good evening.
Bye bye. Have a good evening.